What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Raw Talk, where we give zero F's over here. I know y'all need to do me a solid, smash that like on the way into the stream, 100% completely free. Today, we are going to be reacting to no other than Mackenzie Shrilla's former girlfriend. If you don't know who Mackenzie Shirilla is, Mackenzie Shirilla tragically unalived her boyfriend as well as her boyfriend's friend and was convicted in 2023 and sentenced to 15 years to life in the state of Ohio. Since then, she has not maintained any accountability. You have some people on the fence. Some people think, she might be innocent. And then you have some people, like Pino, throw the book at her. Get her up out of here. But no, nonetheless, we're here to react to what her former girlfriend had to say. And if you don't know who the other person is on the screen with her former girlfriend, that is another girl that was incarcerated with both of them. So both of these individuals were incarcerated with Mackenzie Shirilla. One of them having a intimate relationship with Mackenzie. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on.
What up, what up? I'm Kat, and I'm here with some inside scoop. I'm here with Cheyenne, and she has all the deets to let us know about Mackenzie Shirilla in prison, up close and personal, and what it's like to be in a romantic relationship with her. What's up, Cheyenne?
What's up?
All right, so the first thing I think people are going to want to know is, like, how did you first meet Mackenzie?
So at the time I was friends with this girl Juice, as what she was going by in there, because everyone in there has nicknames.
Right.
And she was dating Mackenzie's friend. I had no idea like what she was in there for at the time, nothing like that. So I was like, Juice, what's up? Because everybody in there, like, last video gay for the stay. But I'm pretty sure I'm out. I'm really gay. I'm not. I was like, so what's up, Juice? I see you walking with those two girls all the time. I didn't even know her name, didn't know her case, none of that. She's like, oh, I'll ask her what's up. And then she ends up going up to her, comes back to me the next day, like, oh, she's been looking at you. She thinks you're cute. She said she's been looking at you since you got here. And at this point, I only had 7 days left. I literally only had 7 days left. Got locked up when she caught her case. Didn't know nothing about that. So I'm like, okay, tell her what's
Apparently, she shares similarities to Dominic.
up.
RIP to the victims, and my prayers out to the victims' family. My condolences go to y'all.
And then that's how we met. We met the next yard because it was like 2 or 3 yards. We met the third yard, walked around, we're talking. And I was like, okay, we get back to the cottage. Okay. I was like, okay, Juice, she's cool. And then that's when Juice dropped the bombshell on what she was there for. Because I didn't really come out the cottage. Yes, it's very gossipy in there, but we were in separate cottages. She was in like Wheeler for the lifers.
Right.
And Shirley too Rogers too at the time with Juice. And that's how we met. That's how I learned about the case after that. And then at that point, me being a true crime buff, I'm like, okay, I want to hear it
I
from
want the
the killer side.
tea.
Yeah, I want to hear it from the killer side and hear what she has to say happened.
Right. Okay, so what would you say, like, her first impression? Because, a lot of people are, like, so consumed by the fact that she was, like, this mean girl, like, suburban girl, wannabe TikTok influencer, like, Instagram girl. Would you say that, like, your conversations and, like, experience with her kind of, like, reflected that image that they paint of her?
At first, like, I didn't see that at all. She was just kind of like bubbly, like still happy, which I don't know how when she's
And let me go ahead and say this for the record. If you want to watch this uninterrupted, bougie behind bars parentheses cat KAT. We just interviewed her on the YouTube streets. Let me just go ahead and say that.
with
Right.
your face.
Make sure you give her a follow.
I
But
don't
yeah,
get it.
bubbly, happy, always had like gems in her hair, always, like you said, full beat of makeup, all that. So at first I didn't think that until we started like through the 7 days and I was like getting to know her more, trying to dig more. I did see that. We'd be like walking behind people that didn't have much because they don't have family on the outsides. and she'd be like, "Oh, state baby," or like mock their walk, make fun of their clothes. I kind of told her like, "Yo, that's
That's
kind
just
of
not, yeah,
malicious." And that's how I started seeing like, okay,
a different side of her.
yeah, maybe like, because the internet will say anything about anyone without knowing them.
Right.
Like, I mean, that true crime buffer case being so big, especially me not knowing that I finally learned about it. So I didn't have the outside knowledge of
Right.
crashing the car and doing all that. So when I heard everything from that, I was like, all right, let me try to get what she says. And there's like a real story that she has on her side, which I'm not going to say I don't know which one's
Right.
true. I'm not the law. I don't get to decide that. But I saw Kat's video and I was like, oh, I can add in some knowledge on it.
Right. So I know we're not going to go into detail like about what she specifically told you about her case, just out of respect for what her situation is. But like from your experience with her, would you say that she ever really like expressed like guilt or remorse about the two people passing away?
No, she didn't. She did not. She just kept going to the fact. She told me that her dad hit Dom's dad, which was her boyfriend at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and her to be released. Did not think that she did it. It was she still talks to the mom that they know that she didn't do it. She didn't mean to do it. But then when I got out and saw like the mom was like, yeah,
Advocate, yeah.
it was so like she was very manipulative, tried to spin the story in like her favor.
That's crazy. Because I know you mentioned like her talking about like you being like, or her asking you, oh, you don't think I'm gonna get out? Did she ever like share plans for when she got out with you? Like, would she ever talk to you like she was getting out? I'm just curious.
Yeah, all the time. All the time. Like we'd be talking and she'd be like, when I get out, we're gonna like be together and stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
all the time, which kind of blew me because your case is from your dude. Like you killed your dude and you're out here saying like you love him. Oh, she said is like called him like her little nugget, like that was their nickname and stuff.
Nugget.
And she like I
Little
don't know, it was
nugget.
crazy because from time to time she'd be like, okay, I love him. I didn't mean to do this, blah blah. And then yes, when she get out, she'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get out. I want to be with you. I want to see you. All this other stuff and things like that. And I kind of asked her like, you don't reflect back on all that stuff. Like it doesn't like make you feel bad that you're in here looking for someone else. Because like you said, I just wanted to get the scoop because like
Right.
that really interests me. And
Right.
he was like, no, some time has passed. Like I said, his dad didn't want me to go down. His mom don't want me to go down and all this other stuff. And then she'd backtrack and be like, don't ever tell anyone I said any of this.
Oh, hell
Yeah. Because
Like,
she knew.
yeah,
Yeah.
she knew.
Yeah. I think I don't know. It's crazy to me. So I know you mentioned like you like continue to talk to her a little bit like once you were out, which I talk to people that I was in prison with still to this day. GTL baby, I'm on the way. You need some money on the phone, I'll throw what I can. That's just I think because we understand since us
Yeah,
like
I was
us
gonna say
being
before
in
you
there.
guys come for me, if you
Right.
guys have been in prison, you know that the connection to the outside world is the only thing that keeps you like sane in there.
Yeah. 100%.
But like I
So
said, I didn't know her case at first. We started talking, and yeah, I still continue to talk to her because this case is still ongoing. She's doing appeal after appeal. I want to know
yeah.
the state side, her mom's side, her side, and the victim side.
And I'm sure it's like crazy like getting out from there and seeing like everything like the more in detail stuff about her case from other perspectives because all you really had was her perspective and
Yeah,
she could make it seem
she
like
also told me like her lawyer was going through the car and saying that it malfunctioned. The car that she drove has had
recalls.
histories of yes recalls and malfunctions and all that. That's what she was telling me in there. So for me, I'm thinking like before I saw her like how she was.
Malfunctions. What? Malfunction on what? Malfunction on the on the accelerator? I'm trying to, because usually a malfunction, bro, you get recall papers in the mail. I've had several cars, and I've had several papers come in the mail said, "Hey, you have a recall on, maybe the alignment on the car, or you have a recall on, the radio in the car, or you have a recall on the way the trunk opens or the seat belt, or when you shifter, the shifter has a recall or something like that. An accelerator recall to where it's going to 88 miles an hour in an industrial neighborhood. Man, yeah, right.
Acting with the people, walking and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, I kind of feel bad for this girl. Like, that did happen. She lost her boyfriend and she's about to spend her life in
Right.
prison.
Shut up, bitch.
And then I got out, seen the
You feel bad for her, but what about the victims? What about the victims' families? Man?
true crime circus thing, seen all the interviews with the friends from that night. And I was kind of like, I don't think that
There's more to it. Yeah. At the end of the day, she's still a person. She's still human. And I'm sure y'all develop some kind of relationship, romantic, friendship, whatever it might be. But so you can just answer with like a broad answer. Were there things that she told you in private? I know you mentioned she said like don't tell people. Were there things that she told you in private that she did not want other people to know?
Yeah, she did. There's like a really, really big thing that would weigh in on her case. And she told me not to tell, but like, I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I feel like
It would help her.
sounds like horrible, but it might help her. She had told me.
Or not even just help, but like justify the situation a little bit more. But there's no justification because clearly we lost two
at all.
people.
But there's definitely factors that go into like cases that should be considered. And I tried to tell her because she's so young. She's so young.
Yeah.
And the choice she made is like life changing.
Right.
Life changing. So I was trying to tell her in there after I found out about it, because like I said, I only had 7 days left when I actually ever first talked to her. I was like,
Oh, this was a
dropped
short
the bombshell.
relationship.
Like, I didn't even know like this was part of the case at first until I got out.
Right.
So she told me like they were trying to say she was on drugs and shroom bars because they found it all on her.
So in 7 days, within that 7-day period, you started talking to her and having intimacy with her. She told you that when she gets out, she's going to be with you within 7 days?
But she had told me her, Dom, and I'm sorry, I'm blanking out.
Sounds like attachment issues.
Damien. And all that night, Davian, all that night that they took acid, they were tripping. That's why she was driving him home at 6 a.m. because they were all still up from tripping. But she does not want the police to know that. But I feel like if she told them that, it would weigh in on her case, like you're on a mind-altering drug.
Right. Kids are, I mean, like, I know, not even kids, grown people, we are stupid and we, experiment, especially like in high school, senior, junior year. You experiment. I definitely have my fair share of messing around, and I'm, lucky.
Me too. Like, if you guys dig into my background while I was there for trafficking, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of like mind blowing to even think. And
like, that was so crazy because I seen when I got out, she was adamant that she was not on drugs. And then when she told me that in there, like, I was just kind of like, hey, like, pass that on to your lawyer. Because at the time, I'm only having her side. You can't see none of that news from prison. They don't post nobody's case or nothing, anything on there. So you can't really see that. So I'm coming from her side. And I'm just like, tell them that. Like, I'm not saying that's going to get you off or that's going to get you out. Or like you said, justify it.
Right.
Definitely play a role in the case.
Yeah. So then I want to touch a little bit because I think people are so fascinated with the fact that, like, in my video, I kind of shared and we touched on it a little bit, like how she would like have things that like not your typical inmate would have, like the gems in her hair, the jewelry, the makeup. Like, we have a picture, you sent me a picture of her like wearing the pink shirt that is like really difficult to get if you don't have
you
like
pay
not
like
in certain
$100 for that pink shirt in there. You pay $15 each for one of those gems in her hair.
Yeah, so and you can like confirm that was like pretty much a daily thing, because I know at least when I saw her, it was
mommy taking real good care of her, the enabler.
Every single day, like hair done, jewelry on, makeup done. Like, she made
altered to fit her. She had a waist trainer. How do you get a waist trainer in prison?
That's crazy. What the fuck?
Like, I think she got it from the pregnant cottage.
Yeah, they probably like for after they had
something. That shit was like probably $150. Yeah, she had like everything in there, top notch. How she was on the outside influencer, that's what she wanted to carry it over to prison as well, which blows my mind because you're in a situation where you can lose your whole life. Why are you
Literally.
worried about those things? Why do you have your family spending money on that when you could be getting a lawyer? But I just think she's honestly too young to grasp
She wants
what
that
is going on.
attention.
Right. And you would think after getting a guilty verdict on 2 murder charges, she would have grasped that by now.
And what? Didn't she already use like almost all her appeals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's insane. I think she's just too young to grasp what is going on.
Yeah. It's crazy. People are so consumed with her mom. And I know I know a lot that her mom was super like kind of made it like a cupcake camp for her
Yeah.
in there, like very cushiony. She had everything like that we could have and more in prison. Would you say her mom was the only one taking care of her while she was in prison? Or I genuinely want to know, and this might be more for my like personal knowledge, and people might want to know too. Was she on any of the sugar daddy websites? Did she have prison sugar
Yeah, she
daddies?
was.
She was. So she was
Was
on.
on sugar daddy websites. She got her incomes through a couple ways. She sugar daddies 100% was sending her money. Her mom was sending her money, and then like you said, she would do her little hustle with the shoes, the cups,
Yeah.
and making like little bracelets and stuff. But yeah, she did have sugar daddies in there.
Good to know. So still in there, still manipulating people from the outside, from the
Yes.
inside to the outside. That is wild. I'm back with Cheyenne, a fellow inmate of Ohio Reformatory that was in there with Mackenzie Shirilla, and was not just a friend of hers, but a romantic interest of hers from the GTL app, which is the tablets that this is how you contact inmates in prison on the tablets. It's the GTL Getting Out app. And you started messaging her pretty soon after you got out, right?
Yeah, it's like a day after I got out. I added her on there and she texted me.
Okay. So she sent you pictures and what would she talk to you about? Like, I'm sure it's like a totally different vibe, like from talking to her like in there than you being free. Did she ever get like jealous maybe, or like concerned about like what you were doing in the free world while she was in there?
Yeah, she did. She would like text me like, "Why aren't you calling me? You said you were gonna call me in there," which I did chat with her a little bit because, like I'm saying, like from an inmate person, like point of view, you really
Yeah.
need someone in there. You really need someone there. It's so lonely, like hateful, like everything in there. You're in the lowest place of your life. But that's when I got out and kind of started seeing her case more. And that's when I
And
was like kind
change
of
your
backing
perspective.
away. I would like text her back once or twice because, like I said, I know how it feels. Like when I went down and all my friends didn't hit me up, it
That
broke me. Like I used
when
to
you
like,
call someone and they don't answer, it's like a gut
it's
punch.
heartbreaking. You want to lay in your bunk and cry, honestly. But like after I saw all of that, I'm like, whoa. But she would like send me pictures of all the new exclusive stuff she got. She want me to go look on her Instagram and be like, I hope you love them because I'm obsessed with them and all that. And then it kind of was just filler conversations like that. Like, oh, go look how nice I look. Oh,
So you
do
would
you
say
like
she
my
was pretty
pictures?
conceited.
Yeah, like it was much different from when I first met her. And it was kind of masked at the time.
Right.
So I was trying to like lean away from talking to her because I felt bad, but it was kind of hard too because, like you said, being an inmate, you know how it feels. And I was just trying to consider both sides because sometimes the law does get it wrong. But when I
Right.
started seeing all the evidence adding up, it kind of like had to back up because how could you
Right.
do?
So,
All right, so there's like this picture on her Instagram, or I don't know if it's still there or not, because her mom's like running it at this time.
mhm.
She was wearing this green dress to prom. She had told me the story about it. And she's like, you see that picture of me wearing that green dress? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, that day, some fat, hating, weird leap came in the bathroom, was like, you look like a big green piece of asparagus. So she said she grabbed her chest and twisted.
Oh my God. Like it.
Wait, we gotta restart. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh. She said
That is crazy.
when I tell you she was telling me everything in there, I'm like, this girl is insane.
And then she sends you pictures and videos and stuff of just her in prison.
Got this one video. She has this like oversized, I think, I don't know what it is. It looks like our the state coats they gave us.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like that, but it's not that. It was like a pull over hoodie with pockets and stuff too. No, button up hoodie with pockets and stuff too on the side. And she sent me a video on that going like,
Well, for those of you who want a more in-depth look at Cheyenne's experience with Mackenzie, go look at her page. What is your TikTok?
it's Cheyenne topping.
Cheyenne Topping.
Cheyenne Topping, aka Big Bertha. Listen, y'all let me know what y'all feel about that, man, and what's going on down in the comments. Let me know, because it's cooking up. It's getting interesting. We got our former Sally. We got her former girlfriend for 7 days, man. We got a lot going on over here. And make sure, listen, if you want to see these videos first, if you want to see Pino first, you want first access, you want fast responses, you want exclusive content that is not released to the public. We have content on members only interviews, tons of interviews. Make sure you sign up for that members only down below, man. It's been a hell of a stream. Hell of a stream. And shout out to Kat. And make sure you go follow her. She's a upcoming YouTuber out of Ohio prison. And yeah, so she's shedding some light on what Mackenzie was like on the inside. Make sure y'all smash that like on the way up out of here.